Is it really time to sell Erling Haaland? Can we ignore Arsenal and Brighton for the next few weeks? Let's take a look at that in my latest team selection video. Right, let's get started with the team. A slight update with the goalkeeper, Turner, heading his way to the bench for Areola, obviously because of the fixture. Turner conceding 2 against Luton last week as well. Yeah, I'm not having any of that, especially against Liverpool away, so that's why Areola is there with Everton at home. They didn't play too well against Aston Villa in their latest game, but the home fixture hopefully will encourage West Ham to be a better defensive team. Of course, Aston Villa are a fantastic attacking team, whereas Everton maybe aren't the same type of team, so clean sheet potential there. I think it's higher than our bench person here, Turner. So that's what we're going for. Udogie, Trippier and Cash. Now, this is where I'm going to speak a little bit about transfers. It is a possibility Udogie makes way simply because he came off in the 55th minute exactly last match he played. Emerson Royale coming on for him. It just has put me off a little bit, especially now Porro's in the team. He's getting a little bit higher than Udogie, and it's kind of putting me off having him in my team. He is cheap though. I don't mind him having there, but yeah, that could be a possible transfer, possibly getting in Gabriel of Arsenal. Obviously, at the start of the season, that price drop of Gabriel, it makes it affordable right now to get in the Arsenal defender, and especially with Arsenal's fixtures coming up, especially Sheffield this week, could be a fantastic little move. Crystal Palace away for Udogie. You know, you could easily just play him if you want other transfers in your team, but for me, it could be a potential transfer. Trippier, on the other hand, isn't going anywhere. Although he is expensive, he puts numbers up. Bonus point magnet himself. Yeah, not much to say about him. He's fantastic. Newcastle are doing really well at the moment. Hurts to say as a Sunderland fan, but wow, really, really good team at the moment. Cash, Luton at home. I think the fixture speaks for itself. Why on earth would I get rid of Cash at the moment? The fixture run's fantastic. He's playing good. Unlucky last game week with the deflection wiping his clean sheet, but yeah, he's going nowhere. Kabore, Lamptey, stay on the bench. Kabore, Aston Villa away. He's not going to play over any of the starters. Lamptey with Fulham at home. Yeah, it's a good fixture, but Lamptey is injured. What can you do? Possibly I could transfer him out if I do have spare transfer. I have 2 free transfers just to let you know this game week. Lamptey could make way, but yeah, I'm happy with my defence so far. It's only Udogie who could possibly make way this game week. Moving up now to my midfield. You will notice, obviously, this is an unchanged midfield, but I'm going to talk about transfers right now. There's a big player missing in this team who I really, really want to get in. As you guessed by the thumbnail and the intro of this video, it's Bukayo Saka. I really, really want this man in. Sheffield United this game week, Newcastle next game week, and I think it's Burnley straight after Newcastle. It's so hard to fit this man in, especially with the high price players in my team. Yes, Son could make way and I could get Saka in for Son, but why on earth would I do this? I spoke about this on TikTok. A lot of people are thinking about making that transfer, but Son and Maddison especially are so important in this Spurs team. They're going to be involved in most of their goals this season, like Harry Kane was last season, involved in like 40-something or 50-something% of their goals. Human Son and Maddison are going to be the same. They have to fill in that role that Harry Kane plays, scoring all them goals. So yeah, I just don't know what to do with this. But rest of the lineup, let's talk a little bit about fixtures. DRB Luton at home, Neto Newcastle at home. Not the best fixture, but Wolves do play better at their home ground. Neto netting 7 assists in his last 7 games. Fantastic player. Maddison, Son, spoke a bit about that before. Fantastic, going to be involved. Salah, Forest at home. Potential captain this week. Let's talk a little bit about that now. Forest at home for Salah. It's a home fixture. Forest don't really play good away from home, but they're a better team now. But Liverpool are flying in. Salah, he's on fire. My friend triple captained him last game week, and it was just fantastic with that Everton at home fixture. But yeah, that is the idea with my midfield at the moment. Little bit about transfers. Neto could make way for Cole Palmer. A bit of an enabler, but what's he enable him really? Because if I was going to get Saka in, Neto would be the one to make way. None of the other midfielders I'm going to touch for now, but yeah, that is the midfield, guys. Now, the big talking point of this video, is it time to sell Erling Haaland? The data, it's not good for Erling Haaland. Alvarez is very close with his points as well. Do we just transfer Haaland out for somebody else and then get an Arsenal midfielder in this midfield? I think the answer could be yes, but the fixtures from Haaland are really, really putting me off. Man United away. Haaland will absolutely love that fixture. We know the type of player he is. He lives for those type of games, but I just don't know. I really don't know. With the emergence of Harry Maguire's form, as stupid as that sounds, because we all know he has had bad games and bad spells for Man United, last 2 games he's been absolutely fantastic. Man United as a whole, not so good, which is why I really want to keep Haaland, but it could be time for Haaland to make way just to enable other things within the squad. The only thing it would really enable, though, is Alvarez and Saka. That would be the move, getting Neto out for Saka and Haaland obviously downgrading to Alvarez. The problem is he's got Bournemouth the next week after this. Of course, I would have the cover from Alvarez, but I just feel like Erling Haaland at home against Bournemouth is such a good captaincy option. Of course, I think it is Salah who has the Luton fixture. Let me just double check that. Let's double check for you guys here. Yes, game week 11 is the Luton fixture for Mohamed Salah, so that's obviously an easy captaincy shout. It could be time to sell Haaland, if I'm being honest with you. In my team, I would never advise any of you guys to, copy my transfers. Do what you want to do. Some of my friends look at my team on my YouTube and think, this is the way to do it. One of my friends, Mark, did his own transfers, and he's absolutely flying 100. I think it was a 90-point week for him. Absolutely fantastic. But I wouldn't follow my transfer possibly this week, especially with Haaland having an 86% ownership. Is absolutely frightening to get rid of that man, especially with his 2 up-and-coming fixtures. But for me, I really think it could be time to get rid of Haaland. Speak a little bit about Watkins, Luton at home. Could be a captaincy shout, but I feel like Salah might just about steal it this week for captaincy. Although Haaland does tempt me, it's a tough one this week, especially for transfers for myself. Let's just quickly talk about the transfers in absolute action right now. On the left and right, we have 2 teams. One with the Udogie transfer I spoke about, and one with the Saka and Alvarez transfer I spoke about as well. Haaland obviously making way in that Saka and Alvarez team. It's absolutely stacked. I've got 4.1 in the bank. The only person that's missing in that team, in reality, is Haaland. It's a fantastic team. It's so frightening to pull that trigger and get rid of someone who's owned by literally almost every single player in FPL. Because if Haaland does well, you just drop down in the ranks so fast. It's crazy. But with the way he's performing, it genuinely could be an option just for a few weeks. But I don't know. I really don't know. But of course, because I have 2 transfers, the Udogie transfer does look quite attractive. It doesn't let me burn a transfer. It lets me get in an Arsenal defender with their good run, and especially Gabriel with the price he is. I think it's an absolute bargain, especially with that fixture run. I just can't ignore it. Problem is, in both of these drafts and throughout the video, I haven't really spoke about Brighton players. I think it's to a point now where we can kind of ignore Brighton. Yes, the fixtures they've got coming up are fantastic, but the fixtures other people have coming up are really good. Potentially in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we look to get the likes of Matoma in. If Estepinian is back and fit, possibly Estepinian. Everyone else, it's just an absolute rotational nightmare. Like, what can you really do with a forward of Brighton? Welbeck's injured. Ferguson, he barely plays. He always gets knocks. João Pedro, I've had him before, and I was so disappointed in the way he plays. He might be on penalties, but I don't know. Maybe he's adjusted to the team, but those are the two drafts I've got at the moment. Of course, both doable with, price rises being in consideration. Thank you, FPL.team, for providing this tool. It's a fantastic tool I use all of the time. I suggest you guys go check that out, FPL.team, I believe the website is. Amazing software, guys, unbelievable. But yeah, those are the two drafts I've got at the moment. If you're still watching at this point now, hopefully that means you've enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you will enjoy my channel in the future. In that case, drop a like and a subscribe. It will tell you when my latest uploads are out to keep up to date with my team and also FPL in general. But that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.